The start of the new year is so inspiring. To me, it is fire that I can use as motivation to change things that I need a bit of a push to improve and to get rid of negative habits and mindsets. Growing up, when January would come around, I would write down some goals, and then by January 2nd, I'd give up. But once I got to college, I started getting good at goal setting, and I was actually achieving my goals. This is my third New Year's where I'm actually goal setting for success, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it. There are 3 simple tips that we're going to cover that you can apply to your daily life right now, no matter where you're at in the process. If you haven't reset for January yet, it is not too late. Go watch my January 2026 reset with me as you plan out your year and to get some goal inspiration. And if you're new here, hi, my name is JC and I wear lots of hats. I'm a college student, fitness instructor, personal trainer, and content creator, and I love to share my life and lessons right here with you all. Go check out my Instagram at JCSpivey and TikTok at JCSpivey3 for more content. I'm doing 75 hard this year every single day of 2026, and I'll be vlogging every single day of it. And finally, I have a new podcast, The Group Fitness Guide. It's out on Spotify, and this is our fitness instructor focused content. This was just launched last week, and I'm so excited to share it with you all, so go check it out. Link into the description for everything. In years past, I would set broad, lofty goals such as get in shape or grow on YouTube, and while that's a great starting place, how do you measure that goal? My first tip is to establish realistic goals. This is where I use concepts such as SMART goal setting. Now, if you don't know what SMART goal setting is, it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based goals. Let me walk you through how I did this with my health and wellness goal. My broad health and wellness goals are to lose weight, move more, and eat better. I'm going to break this down into a SMART goal together. For specific, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to achieve the recommended strength and cardio training guidelines every single week, and I want to limit the amount I eat out. This is taking my broader goal and breaking it down into basic specifics. Measurable, the 75 hard challenge guidelines are a great way to measure progress on this goal. When you're looking at measurable, you're looking at how are you going to see results, how do you define results. If I was looking from a weight loss perspective, how do I define weight loss? Is it a number on the scale? Is it a certain body aesthetic? Fat loss percentage? Something like that. As for achievable, the 75 hard challenge guidelines are realistic for me to be able to complete each week. I'm already a fitness instructor, so 2 workouts a day isn't challenging. Reading 10 pages a day isn't challenging for me. The only real challenge part of it is drinking a gallon of water. For relevant, how is this relevant to my life? How is this going to apply to everything I do? The healthier I am, the better I'm going to feel at my job. And for time-based, how am I going to set a deadline for myself? I'm going to track this challenge for the entire year, and I will have completed my goal by achieving 75 hard for 365 days. Motivation is great, but as I learned in high school, it only gets you so far. Since coming to college, I have relied heavily on discipline and routines for achieving my goals. This specifically is pointed at goals that are good for you, but aren't necessarily the most fun, such as eating healthy for me. So my second tip is to create a plan of action every day. Now I have a pretty solid morning routine, and one of the things I've gotten into the habit of doing every morning is my daily planner. This is when I write down my to-do list every day, my schedule blocking, and my habits. For these habits, I will actively put in the new habits that I'm trying to achieve rather than the old habits that are already ingrained. So this would be something like putting in doing a Bible devotional every day rather than working out. My planner also has a time blocking section, and I use this section of the planner to physically mark out when I'm going to accomplish some of these harder to do tasks. So I will write in my planner under, let's say, 6:30 devotional. Now, does this work 100% of the time? Absolutely not. I still have to rely on motivation to get myself to actually do the task that I want to achieve. But by removing some of that barrier to entry of having to remember this goal and having it written into my day, I get myself closer to being a bit more consistent. The last tip I want to talk about in this video is how to keep yourself accountable with your goals. I find that having reward-based systems is extremely helpful for myself for achieving my goals. Like I mentioned in my planner, this is where all my systems happen, and I track things in my planner. And when I make my goals and systems at the beginning of the year, I set little milestones along the way with rewards for achieving them. For these, I try to get creative and not spend a ton of money or waste a ton of resources for doing them. I'll give you a few examples. I have my goal of losing 50 pounds this year, and I have a bunch of clothes that I'm looking forward to fitting into this year, but I don't right now. So I bagged them all up into labeled bags for every 5 pounds of weight that I have to lose. My reward system for myself is that at every 5 pounds, I get to open the correlating bag and get some quote-unquote new clothes. I personally love this reward because 1, I'm saving money, and 2, I'm not wasting perfectly good clothes. Another goal/reward I have for myself is that I want to consistently attend hot yoga classes. The yoga studio I go to has a coffee shop, so my tracker is set up that for every 5 classes I go to, I can get an after-class latte. These are small ways to reward yourself and also have a bit less instant gratification for the things that we want, and instead appreciate what we already have.
Do you want to say something?
I was gonna ask what you are doing in New Orleans.
It's a little video, so if you want to say hi, you can.
Hola.
So that's how I'm actually achieving my New Year's goals. Not with unrealistic resolutions, but with small habits, systems, and patience. If you're working on your goals too, tell me something you're focusing on in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on. And if this helped, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
This really came out cute.
Hold, please.